My dearest brothers and sisters, this is Hakann speaking. I greet you in peace and love. What us galactics want to achieve is to help you to get to this love-based society that so many of you are hoping for. What we see as the primary, but also temporary obstacle to that, is a lack of consciousness in the Earth's collective. You are all connected, and almost no one on Earth has reached full enlightenment yet, so anyone can contribute to Earth's liberation process by raising their consciousness some more. Therefore, many of our messages lately have been focused on giving you the tools that you can use to raise your level of consciousness. Today's article is in that same vein. Specifically, today we are inviting you to ask, what are your needs? Now, on one hand, we want to tell you that it's okay to have needs, including needs that society frowns upon, including needs that are supposedly unspiritual, so long as you're not hurting anyone. In fact, suppressing your needs doesn't work, because then your needs continue to fester in your subconscious. On the other hand, it is possible that you generally don't have a need that many other people have, or that society tells you that you should have. For example, for many people living in a healthy and loving community is a psychological need, but certainly that's not a need for everybody. As a third consideration, sometimes people's actual needs aren't at the forefront of their mind, because they unconsciously feel that they can't meet their actual needs directly. Instead, at the forefront of their mind, people have something through which they can sort of indirectly meet their actual need. For example, someone's actual need might be to feel loved, and to feel a sense of belonging, or to have a loving partner and healthy children. However, perhaps they unconsciously feel that they can't achieve that directly. So what might be at the actual forefront of a person's mind, so that they want to become richer or more successful, because then they unconsciously feel that they will receive a love and approval from the outside world. Perhaps then they can unconsciously feel that they can find a partner. Or someone's actual need might be a part of a healthy and loving community, but they're living alone in a city. They have no idea how they could achieve it. So instead, they're sort of satisfying that need by repeating political talking points among their group and getting a measure of approval and belonging for doing that. On Earth, that's often called virtue signaling. We could also think of it as, I want to be part of a tribe, please love me signaling. They may have substituted their political party for their community. They may feel that their community is relatively safe when their political party has power and their leader seems competent, and their community doesn't feel safe when their political party might lose the upcoming election, or when their leader seems incapable. Hence, for a long time, Biden is senile was just a right-wing conspiracy theory. After all, the primary purpose of the person's mind is to ensure their own physical and psychological well-being, understanding the world or observing reality as it really is, or logically being consistent, only secondary purposes of a person's mind. Hence, the importance of meeting your own needs. In general, if someone seems completely unwilling to face reality, it may be the case that their emotional well-being depends on them clinging onto a certain viewpoint, and their mind doesn't fulfill its secondary purpose, understanding the world, observing reality, so long as its primary purpose, the person's psychological well-being, isn't secured. This is a hard problem to solve. Just telling them that they're wrong, even if that is true, may actually make them feel more unsafe and therefore digging their heels even more. One solution is when reality finally becomes so glaringly obvious, such as Biden's senility during the debate with Trump, that denying it actually becomes more psychologically painful than facing reality. Another solution is if people eventually start feeling psychologically safe enough to be able to face reality. And if you want, you can contribute to this by showing love and kindness to others. Or alternatively, you can just focus on taking care of yourself and improving your own life and doing your own inner work, because that indirectly helps them too. So when you are considering what your own needs are, we would like to invite you to try and look beyond secondary needs, such as my political party must win the election, and look at what your actual primary underlying needs are, such as I want to be part of a loving and safe community. Keep in mind that you are a physical human, so there may not necessarily be any deeper or truer need lurking behind a desire to have sex or eat tasty food, for example. Sure, technically sex isn't a need in the sense that you can survive without it. However, for many people, occasionally having good sex is a prerequisite for optimal mental health. If Tunia, for example, stopped having sex, yes, she would survive, but she wouldn't have optimal mental health. I wish you could see Tunia's sad-looking face right now at the thought of her never having sex again, because it is so clearly illustrating that she wouldn't be living her best life without sex. Therefore, having good sex is one of Tunia's needs, and perhaps one of your needs too. Don't worry, Tunia, it's only a thought experiment. Also, part of being a physical human means that you do have hardwired social needs. Now, people are wired differently, but for many people, it is a fundamental need to have people around you who love you. For many of you, it would only hold you back if you are isolated and you try telling yourself that you should just love yourself and that should be enough. Now, perhaps at a certain level of consciousness, you generally don't need love from others anymore, but if you're not at that level yet, then it won't help you in the present to suppress your social needs. After all, if you suppress your needs, then they will continue to fester in your subconscious, and they will hold you back. So, I am inviting you to consider what your needs are, to what extent each one of your needs is currently getting met. If you want, you can share this in the comment section, perhaps share the results with your partner. I hope this was helpful. I love you very much. The Star Brother, Hakann.